Paul Finebaum. We all love Finebaum. We haven't seen Bryant or Carter Bryant in a while. Brian Carter in a while, who has his other nickname. I can't think of what his nickname is right now. Robbie Mule, go Gators, man. But Paul Finebaum came out, and look, guys, the Gator fans are going to be pissed. We might get a few more down fingers here in a minute. I don't know. Yeah. Steve, can you actually go ahead and read the article before I put my mouth
in typical Finebaum fashion, right? He's always an Alabama guy, right? But his quote was, and I'm going to summarize this just a little bit, but Alabama went through this period of 15 to 20 years when almost anything that could go wrong did go wrong. And then he jumps ahead to say, that's how Florida fans are. They cannot accept that they are a really mediocre program right now. They can't accept that it's been forever since they won a national championship or an SEC championship for that matter. All I can do is say, well, we almost beat Alabama. We should have beat them maybe the year before, but we've got a big-time bunch of games that we stayed close in.
Is that all you had? Is it my turn?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the quote that you asked for. So
okay, thank you, Steve. Yeah. So here's where I agree with it, because I mean, I'm in a lot of Gator fan pages, and obviously you guys are always chit chatting, and we're always going back and forth. But my thing is look, we're living in the 08s and the 07s still. I got to be honest. We expect greatness, which I love. I think we should. Every year, I expect to win every game. I expect and hope we go to the SEC championship, and we're going to be competitive. That's the goal and dream every single year. But I also know it's ebbs and flows, and I also know that we haven't had a great track record over the last few years. You can't just I don't know. It's just it takes time. Things take time, and when you continue to scare coaches, and we run coaches out of here, and they don't have great success early, and they're unable to get their feet established, that's going to be here's the results from that, right? So I agree with him in a sense of we're expecting to be something that we're not right now. Unfortunately, look, losing to Vanderbilt will never be acceptable. First of all, losing to Kentucky and Tennessee, unfortunately, is something that's going to be more common, I think, for the next maybe year. Look, things could get back on track with Billy and where his head's at, where he's focused. And again, this is a lot of people are kind of talking smack about Billy but where his head's at, and he's trying to teach these guys and with the Gatorade program on getting them fitted for suits and teaching them finances. People are oh, who cares about that? Well, that's a big factor. It takes time. It's not going to make an impact today, but when you create men over a long haul, it starts now. It starts today, and you have to allow those kind of things to develop and get their teeth sunk in. So that's something that's going to take some time, but look, I'm not a big fan of Finebaum. I think he always kind of likes to roast the Gators, and he was also defending Billy too, because Billy has been getting plummeted with just nonsense because we didn't land Jaden Rashada. We haven't landed a few recruits, but I think he's doing a great job. I put into the poll, are we panicking? Let's see if that's updated. We've got a few more people in here now. Let's see where we're at with that. Still 66-44, so people are still no.
It's close. Yeah, I mean it's still a lot closer than I expected it to be. I think some of the slow start to the recruiting cycle for Billy, obviously missing on Rashada hurt, but it's just been a little bit slower than the way that you finished last cycle. Right at the end of last year, you guys were just grabbing these guys that no one thought that you had a chance to get. It was this guy's all of a sudden interested in Florida. Next week he's a commit, and it's happened one after the other. And so you guys just finished so hot and so strong on that last recruiting cycle, bringing some of these kids in. That this time around, it feels like now that there's the slow build of it's the summer. Right? It's this summer that you guys have to go through an entire season where it's not the hot topic of a new hire, a new coaching staff that's going to just snap some of these kids in there that were 50-50 or maybe less than on some other schools. That's not going to be the case. This is going to be a slow burn. It's the long play. You're going to have some wins. You're going to have some losses. It's going to be the case.
Oh, before you go, make sure you guys check out this video right here. It's brand spanking new. It's shiny. It's beautiful. It's going to be a great one. I promise you. Make sure you like that video too. And also too, don't forget to subscribe somewhere in this vicinity right here.